Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something simple. If you've got a dream, protect it like it's treasure, because that's exactly what it is. It's not just an idea or a wish, it's your blueprint for a better life. But here's the truth: dreams don't work unless you do. They don't show up wrapped in gold with a ribbon around them. No, they come wrapped in sacrifice, early mornings, rejection, fear, sweat, and grit. That's the packaging of every dream that's worth anything. See, it's easy to daydream, it's easy to wish. Anybody can do that. But the question is, can you fight? Can you keep going when they laugh at you? Can you stay disciplined when nobody claps for you? Can you hold the vision when your reality is screaming the opposite? That's the test. That's the real fight. Now, let me give you a principle I learned early on. If you don't fight for your dream, you'll spend your life working for someone who did. That hit me like a truck. I decided I would rather sweat, bleed, and fall flat on my face chasing my own dream than live in regret building someone else's vision. Every champion you admire, every success story, you know they have this in common. They fought when it was hard. They fought when it was lonely. They fought when it didn't make sense. So don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for support. Don't even wait for clarity. Start swinging. Start building. Start moving. Because the dream will never chase you. You have to chase it. And let me tell you what you'll discover in the fight. You'll find strength you didn't know you had. You'll find wisdom you didn't study for. You'll build character you didn't even ask for. And suddenly, the dream isn't just something you want, it becomes something you earn. So fight, my friend. Fight hard, because the world may not hand you your dream, but it will respect you for not giving up on it. Every dream has a price. Pay it willingly. It's not just a poetic phrase. It's a universal principle woven into the fabric of achievement. Every goal, every ambition, every vision that's bigger than your current reality comes with a cost. That cost may not always be in dollars or resources, but it will always be in effort, sacrifice, time, focus, and persistence. It demands a piece of you long before it rewards you. Dreams are beautiful in concept, inspiring in vision, but they become powerful only when action and cost are attached. Want to be world class? Want to write a book, start a business, change your family legacy? You can, but understand it will take something from you. The world doesn't give anything of value cheaply. The price of a dream is often invisible to others but very real to the dreamer. Long nights, silent battles, internal doubts, missed social gatherings, 1,000 quiet sacrifices no one will ever see. That's the price. You can't bargain it. You can't wish it away. You can only choose to pay it or not. Those who make the leap to greatness are not always the most talented, but they are the ones willing to pay full price. No shortcuts, no discounts, no waiting for the clearance sale of success. They take the bill and say, yes, I'll pay, whatever it takes. Because they understand that anything worthwhile is uphill. You don't drift into your dream, you fight for it, you climb to it. You labor through setbacks and sweat through seasons of silence. That's the price tag attached to every real dream. The dream tests your seriousness by how much you're willing to give up for it. Want to sleep in? Want to watch another episode? Want to scroll through distractions while someone else is up at dawn shaping their future? The dream takes notice. It knows who's committed and who's just interested. If you're only willing to pursue your dream when it's easy or convenient, then it's not really a dream, it's just a wish. Dreams don't bend for comfort. They require discomfort. They demand that you become more than you were yesterday. Now, the most dangerous thing you can do is try to escape the price. That's when people start to settle. They choose the safe job. They choose the lesser path. They convince themselves that the dream was never that important. But deep down, they feel the ache, the whisper that says, you were meant for more. Regret is the invoice for the dream you never paid for. And it collects interest over time. You either suffer the pain of discipline now or the pain of regret later. The difference is one has a reward and the other only leaves a wound. Paying the price for your dream doesn't mean reckless burnout or losing balance. It means aligning your life intentionally around what matters most. It means saying no to things that don't serve the dream. It means investing in growth, studying, failing forward, taking action when fear says sit still. It's showing up even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Every workout, every practice, every lonely decision to stay focused while the world parties, that's payment toward the dream. And here's the miracle: the dream starts paying you back, not only after you reach it, but during the journey. Every time you push through resistance, you gain confidence. Every time you deny comfort, you build character. Every moment of persistence builds momentum. That's how the dream works. It doesn't just reward the end result, it transforms you in the process. And that transformation is worth the price all by itself. The people who have made history, changed industries, impacted the world, they all understood this. They weren't handed their dreams, they earned them, not in a day, but day after day. They didn't ask for easy, they asked for the opportunity to rise. They knew the cost would be high, but the reward would be higher, and so they showed up. They stayed in the game. They paid in silence and reaped in glory. If you've got a dream, ask yourself one question: are you willing to pay for it in advance? That's the deal life offers. You pay first. You work before the applause. You believe before the evidence. You sacrifice before the breakthrough. But if you keep going, if you persist, eventually, life pays you back. Sometimes not in the way you expect, sometimes even better, but only if you pay the price. So don't resent the price, respect it. It's the filter that separates the talkers from the doers, the wishers from the warriors. Pay it willingly, pay it gratefully, because when you do, you're not just buying a dream, you're building the strength to carry it, and that strength will serve you far beyond the achievement. The dream shapes you more than the destination ever could. And the price, it was never a punishment, it was preparation. A dream without discipline is just a fantasy. It may sound inspiring, it may feel exciting, but without the structure of consistent action, that dream has no power. Discipline is the bridge between imagination and reality. It's what takes the dream off the vision board and into the real world. People often confuse dreaming with doing, but they are very different. Dreaming is free, discipline is costly. Dreaming happens in the mind, discipline happens in the habits. One is easy, the other is everything. You can have the most beautiful vision of your future. You can see the life you want in full detail. But unless you're willing to commit to the grind, the early mornings, the tough choices, that dream won't grow legs. It will remain what it is, a fantasy. You don't get results from what you imagine. You get results from what you do. And what you do repeatedly becomes your life. That's where discipline comes in. It's the muscle that lifts the dream off the ground. Many people have dreams, but very few build the discipline required to sustain the pursuit. They get motivated, they get emotional, they set big goals, but when the feeling fades, so does the effort. Discipline doesn't rely on emotion. It shows up regardless of mood. It doesn't care about inspiration. It's grounded in commitment. It doesn't chase excitement. It embraces repetition. That's the difference between those who dream and those who deliver. One waits for the mood to strike. The other moves regardless. The truth is, your dream will test your consistency long before it rewards your ambition. It will ask if you're serious, not once, but every single day. It will check your habits. It will measure your focus. It will watch how you handle boredom, how you show up when no one is watching. If you can't stay disciplined when it's quiet, you'll never be ready when it's loud. Discipline is the proof you believe in your dream enough to work for it in private. Every successful person you admire had a dream, but more importantly, they had discipline. They did the work when it wasn't exciting. They stayed committed when no one applauded. They sacrificed comfort for growth. They chose daily discipline over occasional motivation. That's why their dreams became reality, not because they were lucky, not because it came easy, but because they did what needed to be done over and over again. So when you think about your dream, ask yourself if you're willing to be disciplined, because if you're not, it's not really a dream, it's just a fantasy dressed up in hope. Discipline turns intention into progress. It gives your dream structure, direction, and power. Without it, the dream stays in your head. With it, the dream moves through your hands, and only then does it stand a chance of becoming real.